Okay, fifth graders, so what you're going to do at this point is you have your concentric circles laid out. So this is your plan. Now you can go ahead and cut out your circle. You do not want to cut out your circles. You only want to cut out the exterior one. That would be the largest one that you did originally. So of course I'm going to follow the line. If I go outside the line or I go inside the line, my end result will not actually look like a circle. So to make sure that I'm staying on there, at some point you have to free your paper from the table from being taped to it. The next thing you're going to think about is you're going to start thinking about how you're going to lay out your design. Now what we want to do is, I showed you guys in the slide when we were talking about this, we want to do something called radial symmetry. Now with a circle, it's kind of easy to lay out radial symmetry, but you could do it on a square, you could do it on a diamond, anything that's pretty much a four-sided figure. So with radial symmetry, we know that it has the word symmetry in there. So if something has symmetrical balance, if it has a line of symmetry, it means it's going to look the same on one side as on the other side. So both halves would look the same, okay? Now that I've got my circle cut out, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit tighter on that. So this is what we're focused on. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to start laying out your design by drawing different shapes on there. Once you're drawing those shapes, you're going to want to lay them out so they show this idea of radial symmetry. So let's say I decide, okay, I'm going to put a triangle here pointing towards the middle at the top. Well, for symmetry's sake, I would have to put one down here so that if I fold this in half, I see half the triangle on this side, half of it on this side. So it has that symmetrical balance. Radial symmetry means it radiates from the center. So it's almost like thinking about a compass. So north, south, then it also needs to do east and west. So I would need a triangle here, and I would need a triangle here. So for radial symmetry, the smallest number of shapes I can put in one of these rings and one of these concentric circles is going to be 4. After that, the second smallest number would have to be what? Giving you guys a second to think about it. Hopefully you said 8. So I could do more triangles. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the 4 already there, I would get 8. Or I could change. I could say, okay, well, I'm going to do a square here. You probably noticed in the Hawaiian Kapa cloth designs that you were looking at, a lot of the patterns and the motifs that they're doing are actually made using geometric shapes and patterns. So that's why I'm choosing these squares and these triangles. So here, I have something on the outer circle that shows radial symmetry. The smallest number would be 4, the next smallest number would be 8. If I wanted to, I would have to do it again, but that number would have to double. If I put a shape here, I'm going to have to account for all the spaces all the way around. So it radiates from the center all the way around. All right, so you guys are going to get started, and then you can play the next video when you're ready.